Show with Comrade Valentine live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. The Comrade Show with Comrade Valentine live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. The Comrade Show with Comrade Valentine live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This.
Yes, my people. A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you are joining us from. This is the Comrade Show. My name is Comrade Lamte Oriahi. And of course, today is Sunday the 14th of February 2021. Today is a very peculiar day. Today is Valentine's Day. And of course, it's love in the air. And this is the segment where we talk about everything, most especially politics. The segment is called The Comrade and Friends. And of course, on this segment, I regularly have the Musketeers with me, of course, to do justice to the issues we have for the day. There is no doubt that Nigeria is undergoing, a lot right now. Insecurity level across Nigeria, in Edo State and everywhere, is taking, assuming an alarming proportion, and everybody is concerned, and a lot of things are happening around the country. However, some of that things are happening too that we must equally give some attention to, and to that extent, we decide today that we're going to be having a guest to talk about some other things that ought to be, on the front burner, but we don't talk about it. It looks like insecurity is overtaking everywhere. We're going to do justice, to the matters of insecurity and discuss insecurity today. However, before we do that, we have a special guest in our midst. We're going to be talking to an Edo woman, one who is doing a lot to promote the girl child. She has a foundation in the United Kingdom, and they are doing a lot. When I heard about this woman, we thought, it will be essential for us to have a chat with this woman. We're going to be doing that as we go into the program. But before we introduce this woman, yes, please permit me to quickly bring on the Musketeers. Of course, you know them. I'll start with Comrade Pharmacist Austin Iremira. He's going to say hello to you. Comrade Austin, please say hello to the people, my brother.
Good evening, my people. Happy Valentine's Day. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the globe. We don't come again with our Sunday tonic. This one goes sweet well. Oh. Remember, I said today on Valentine's Day, we need to show love. God bless you now.
Thank you very much. That is Austin. I call him, it's not a comrade, this is the Comrade and Friends. So I call him Austin Comrade. Comrade Pharmacist Austin Iremira. I equally have, of course, my other very erudite musketeer, and that is no other person but Comrade Dr. Tony Osakbawa Agbons. Agbons, the people want to hear your voice, sir.
Comrade, thank you very much. This title where you don't begin to share for all of us. I don't fair tell you, make you put some package join them. Make man take the role. Our people agree to now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where they watch us in the world. Very happy Sunday. I welcome all of you to our Sunday tonic as Austin the Talker, the Comrade and Friends segment of the Comrade Show. Thank you for joining us today on this very special day.
Yes, thank you very much, my brother, Dr. Tony Agbons. Yes, my people, we have a guest in the house, and I'm going to bring her on immediately. One who is doing very well. She's going to be telling us what she does, and of course, we're going to be asking her a few questions. She's an Edo woman, one who is, I'll call her an influencer, but for the purpose of this program, she's going to be an associate comrade. And so I'll call her associate comrade Ehino Okaigbe Amedu. Madam, just say hello to the people before we go into the program.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Wonderfully made men, wonderfully made women across the board. It's a privilege to be here this evening on the Comrade Show. My name is Ehino Amedu. I'm the chief exec and founder of Wonderfully Made Woman, a registered charity in the UK, and of course, recently in Nigeria, precisely in Edo State. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yes, it is our pleasure to have you right on board. I want to, I mean, it's customary, we do this regularly, and I don't want to miss that out. We have a number of persons who are joining us already on Facebook and on YouTube, but for the ones who can see already on Facebook, I want to say we appreciate you all. Saint Freedom, we see you. Timothy Emahu, thank you very much. Gregory Nosa Oge, I thank you for joining us. Osaboye Uyi, God bless you so much. Thank you so very much. Yes, we equally have Davis in Freedom, Omo Ogbe. Thank you so very much. Christopher Afohai, thank you. Please, guys, if you are joining us, help share this broadcast. Let's get some numbers together so we hit the ground running. I actually have a Fosa advisor. Thank you, Fosa. You're doing well, my brother. You're doing well. Yes, so Ega, thank you so very much. Gegrinosa Ogie. Wahia, thank you so very, very much. Simeon Cherry just joined. Thank you. Yes, Dede Derry, thank you so very much. Please, let's share the broadcast. That could just be the least you can do for us. I actually have Eric Alile, Michael Kwanchkwat. I'm honestly say a happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I hope, of course, we have good reasons to celebrate Valentine. We're going to be talking about Valentine shortly after, but for now, we want to take on Associate Comrade Ehino Okaigbe Amedu. Madam, we are glad to have you on the program. So, Madam, I just want to ask you, who is Ehino Okaigbe Amedu and what do you do? What do you want us to know?
Thank you so much, Comrade, for the opportunity once again. I do not take it for granted. Ehino Okaigbe Amedu is a woman from Edo State. My parents are from Ojeme. My mom is from Egware. And I'm married to a man also from Ewu. So I'm a complete Edo State woman who reside in the UK. Professionally, I'm a lawyer by profession. I moved to the UK in 2005, having worked for British Gas and Department for Works and Pension. I realized there was a need in the African community where women were struggling, women with language barrier, women who came here legally but had no recourse to public funds. And when they were going through adversity, whether domestic abuse, FGM, confidence, lack of confidence, they had no voice, they had no place to go to. So I decided with other women to set up Wonderfully Made Woman in 2011 to become the first point of contact for women across Greater Manchester who were going through issues, to support them, to provide holistic support for them. So apparently Wonderfully Made Woman provides holistic support for women and girls who have gone through significant adversity, and we help them build their confidence so they can thrive. We've been on for the past 9 years, supporting over 2,000 women across Greater Manchester, across the 10 boroughs of Greater Manchester, with awareness raising, confidence building workshops, domestic abuse workshops, female genital mutilation, which is circumcision, helping them with that awareness, helping with immigration, helping with food, discussing issues that affect women and girls. In 2013, I wanted to set up the same thing in Benin, where I grew up, where my parents still live. And unfortunately, we couldn't set up the organization with the name. So I set up with Ehino Okaigbe Foundation, where we'll be supporting widows and single mothers since 2013. We only just registered Wonderfully Made Woman Center Nigeria last year, just before Christmas. We've been supporting women and girls in Manchester. Um, won so many awards by the grace of God with the dedication and passion that we have. We recently won the Queen's Award last year for the good work that we do. And since the COVID started, for those of you who know us on Facebook, you will see the wonderful work that we've been doing. If you see my face now, I look so tired. That's because we've also been, supporting women across Greater Manchester, Benin City, and Lagos on this Valentine's Day. So we provide support. Any issue a woman has, we are there to support them. And if you're a man, don't feel left out. I always say that if you are born of a woman, you have a sister, you have a daughter, then you are part, or you should be part of Wonderfully Made Woman. We have supported women who have lost hope in life. Single mothers are being stigmatized, isolated. We support them, we show them love, we don't judge them, we help them strive. Women who have lost hope, who have been suicidal, have mental health issues because of what they have gone through in life. We support them through the journey. So we don't leave them alone. We support them to a point where they stand on their own, they get their own business, or they go back to school, do something for themselves so they don't become a burden to the family or to the society. So that's what we do, helping women and girls build their confidence. And in Nigeria, that we have registered recently, aside from the Christmas and Valentine outreach we have done, my aim really is to support the girl child, to help the girl child grow, so that they know themselves, they know what healthy relationship is all about. We know a lot of girls in our community who do not even have school shoes, notebooks, pen, the basic need of a woman, of a girl, sanitary towel. They don't have it, to use every month. Those are the projects that I honestly want to do in Nigeria, especially Edo State. I want to do it in such a way that every project we have done in the UK for the past 9 years will be done in Nigeria. So that's why I'm here today, for people to know what we have done. Since the COVID started, we've supported almost 3,000 women and their families with food, with African food. We recently got a letter immediately after COVID started, from the Queen's office thanking us for providing cultural appropriate food for women and their families. And we want to do the same thing in Edo State. We want to help women. Today, for example, I've been very emotional since morning because the chairperson was sending me videos and pictures of women and children. They were, sharing this food to today as a day to celebrate Valentine. The number of people that are hungry, the number of women that are suffering. I know many people that are watching, or some people that are watching, must have grown up, seeing their mothers struggle alone to take care of them. Some grew up with parents. You saw how your parents struggled. I believe that when you help a woman, you're actually helping the entire family. That's what we want to do, to support women in Benin City, in Eastern Land, in Auchi, the whole of Edo State. And I know that together we can make a difference. Together we can win. It's something that I'm very, very passionate about, supporting people who need it. Our aim is not just to preach, our aim is not just to raise awareness on confidence building or domestic abuse, but to meet that woman, that girl child at the point of the need. To be able to provide, if it's food that they need, then you provide food. How do you teach somebody who is hungry? How do you teach someone who is bleeding in her monthly cycle and do not even have sanitary towel, practically looking for a rag to use? Those are the issues that we want to address in Edo State. Going into schools, high schools, secondary schools, to the university, to talk to them, to educate them, and also We have been doing skill acquisition for the past 7 years in Manchester, as little as bead making, makeup, knowing how to tie gele, learning how to use computer. These are the projects that we want to do in Edo State. So we are really appealing to the good people of Edo State to support me, because I can't do it alone. I need your support. I need you to support us to be able to reach out to as many, as we can reach out to in Edo State. So thank you so much. We do a lot of domestic abuse awareness. We believe in healthy relationship. We believe in marriage. It's Valentine. You can see the videos I've posted today. Our volunteers out there in Benin City talking to men and women on how to, you know, educate themselves, live a healthy life, enjoy their relationship, helping people out of abuse, and so many things that we want to do. But the girl child, if you don't have a daughter, I'm sure you would never have wanted your mother to suffer. Then your sister, then your friend. Help us so we can help these people who are in need, because we can do it. And I believe that Edo State can do it in such a way that, just the way we have been doing in Manchester, where we actually have a food bank where women just walk into and get the kind of food that they want to eat. We can do the same thing in Benin. We can do the same thing in Auchi. We can do the same thing in Eastern Land, where a woman wakes up in the morning and she's thinking of what to give to the children. We know how many children actually go to school without eating. How do you expect that child to learn when you have not eaten? Then she's going back home, or that child is going back home, not sure of what to eat. Somebody sent me a message last week and was saying, wonderfully made, we actually fast in my home. And I said, why are you fasting? She said, because if we eat in the morning, we're going to get hungry by 4 o'clock. So I make my children sleep late and wake up late. Then by the time we wake up, we drag and drag till about 2 p.m. before we eat. For things like that, how many women are going through that? Before you judge, before you think of, oh, should I support Wonderfully Made Woman? Look at your mother, the way she struggled, the way she made sure that you went to school, the way she made sure, she sold her wrappers and all that. A lot of women are still doing the same thing. But I believe that together we can eradicate poverty in Edo State. We can. So please, I'm here to just appeal to everyone, and for those who have been supporting me since I started this journey, it's also an opportunity to say a very, very big thank you to you. We appreciate you, and we will continue to do good. So that is my aim, to support women and girls in Edo State, in Nigeria, and of course to other places, other countries, as God permits me. Thank you so much. Mr. Comrade, for having me today. I'm really honored. For those of you who want to see the things that we do, we're on Facebook, Wonderfully Made Woman, on Instagram, Wonderfully Made Woman. On our Twitter account is at W Made Woman. And we do have a website, www.wonderfullymadewoman.com. wonderfullymadewoman.com. If you just type in Wonderfully Made Woman on Google, we should come out, and you will see the various projects that we have done in the UK, and we are trying to do in Nigeria now, up to doing awareness on hate crime, cancer, early detection and prevention of cancer, modern day slavery awareness, female genital mutilation. I used to always be on social media before the pandemic started, talking about issues that affect women and girls. Unfortunately, with the work that we're doing now, we practically support over 600 women every week in Manchester. That's a lot of food. That's why you don't see me on social media like before. But as time goes on, you'll be seeing me again discussing these issues. Suicide is so high now among young people in Nigeria. We're not talking about it. We want to talk about it. We want to go to schools. We want to make them know why they are in schools. The rate of hate and hate crime in Edo State, we want to stop these things, and we can. We can. If you support, we can do it. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me this evening or morning, afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. And I hope that if you have any question for me, I'm here to answer those questions. And of course, you can also reach me even after this broadcast. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Yes, thank you very much, Madam. I'll tell you that I am, honestly very impressed, and I thank you for your time and for your service to humanity. Of course, I know that my comrades will have one or two things to say, but the only thing I want to say is that probably more than any time in our history, this is one time that I believe very strongly that the girl child, in Nigeria needs a lot of support. The African, tradition and culture, well, has always been, I don't know, overtly or covertly, kind of relegate the girl child. And I think that from the way our society is evolving, there is the need for us to provide a lot of support for the girl child, and this is what makes your own program, your own foundation, for me, very interesting, because I believe very strongly that the girl child in Africa, in Nigeria, in Edo State, need a lot of support, and the society must wake up to that reality, to that responsibility, to understand that we need to provide, as much as opportunity we provide for male children, for the female children as well, so that just probably, if we are able to get that right, our society may be better for it. But let me quickly ask Dr. Agbons. Dr. Agbons, what do you have to say, and probably what question do you have for Madam?
Madam, I'm stunned. It's very rare that I go short of words. I'm stunned. I thank God for your life. Wese Kakabo, God bless you. Because of time, I just want to ask you one question. Probably you also answer me. In terms of, because I'm looking at the Edo State side, I think you don't do enough for Manchester, UK. So I beg make una focus on Edo now. So in terms of Edo State, where you said you already have an office, do you have? Because I am an advocate of mentoring. Do you have a mentoring program for the girl child? Because for our generation, we can say, okay, there are a lot of errors already. So for the younger ones, the teenagers, the young girls, 13, 15, 17, is there a mentoring program that your foundation has in place for them?
Okay, thank you so much for your question. Like I said before, we wanted to register Wonderfully Made Woman in 2013. We couldn't, so I had to use my name, the Hino Tigbe Foundation, and that was focused on widows and single mothers. It was last year we were able to register Wonderfully Made Woman Center in Nigeria just before Christmas. And we were actually using a building, my father's building. We only got an office last week, which we're trying to put things in place now. For the girl child, yes, like I said, everything we're doing in the UK is what we want to do in Edo State because we have seen it work. So we have mentoring program for young girls from age 10 to 18, where we call that project Be Happy Regardless, a project for young girls where they talk about mental well-being, confidence building, how you can be happy regardless of what is happening around you, domestic abuse session. Then we also have another program for the older ones from 19 to 24 years. And these are the programs that run concurrently with the women's program. So we do have a mentoring program, which we're going to start soon in Benin City because that's our registered office. Once the office is completed and is running, definitely you'll be seeing most of those updates on our social media handle and of course our website. Yes, we do have a project, mentoring program for youngers. Like in the UK, it's half sameness this week. We already have a mentoring program for young girls from 10 to 18 and from 19 to 24. Then we also have for women as well. So those are the things that we want to do in Edo State, really. So we do have mentoring program, yes.
Thank you very much, madam. Of course, we can hear her. Yes, I'll just quickly give the baton to Comrade Pharmacist Austin Eremiran. What do you have to say, sir? And probably what question do you have for madam, if any?
Thank you so much, Comrade. First and foremost is just to congratulate Madam for a very good job that she's doing, and to say that the reward for a good work is more work. So there's so much to be done. We pray that God will give you the grace, the power, and the tenacity to continue. I'm
Amen.
going to be slightly selfish here. Why have you not extended it to London yet? I know it's local in Manchester, but we have a large chunk of our people in London as well. Please consider that. Then in Benin, I would like to say this. I know the internet is fast gaining ground, but many people don't still have access to it. Is there a visible phone contact number that people can reach you, or maybe the food soldiers that will go to these local governments and villages to reach people? Because most of the things you do, remember, people are very shy to come out. So you need lots of information. And if you have enough food soldiers within the local government and they have your contact, that would go a long way. Then my very last question: should our viewers want to make donation to the charity, how do we do, or what do we do about it, or how do we go about it?
Thank you so much, sir. So to your first question, yes, with the London one, we're actually making progress on that, especially since the pandemic started. Just to let you know that we actually reached out to Edo people in London and in Birmingham since the COVID started, and we are looking forward to having an office in that place. You know how it is, everything is about resources, really. So, yes, we're going to be in London and, of course, other parts of United Kingdom by the grace of God. The second one, as to contact, we have a helpline in Nigeria that people have been using since December, which is 091 503 51201. I'll just repeat: 091 503 51201. If you call that helpline, somebody will answer and they'll be able to reach you. We also know about confidentiality. Let me just say that we know that a lot of people find it very hard or ashamed to come out. So we have various ways that we reach women, either through phone, through WhatsApp, through Messenger, Facebook. We are that flexible. You know, even when the women want to reach us and they don't want to come to the office, we actually create a safe space. Wonderfully made woman over the years is known to create safe space for women and girls where they feel safe, where they feel comfortable to talk about issues that affect them. Once the office is completed now, we will also put the address where people can walk in, you know, and talk about their issues as well. And if you want to make a donation, we have a Nigerian account for in Zenith Bank. So our Nigerian account is in Zenith Bank and is 101 760 2858. Zenith Bank 101 7602858, and it's Wonderfully Made Woman Center, Nigeria, Zenith Bank. I hope I've answered all your questions, sir.
Absolutely, ma. Sorry, I crammed them in one, but you've done so beautifully. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. Yes, that's associate comrade, Okagbe Amedu. So long as you come to this program, you are either a comrade or you are an associate comrade. You know, provided you are on this platform. even if it's for one day. And of course, we are glad to have had you. And I want to tell you that I'm very encouraged. I am encouraged not just because you are doing a super job, but I'm encouraged because the area you chose is an area that I think that we need a lot of attention into. Area that has to do with the girl child. Boosting the confidence of the girl child, providing relevant support for the girl child. Of course, providing the opportunities, for the girl child, so that our society can be more equal. Because where we come from, some people may not find this convenient or comfortable, but we came from a society that is culturally repressive to women. That is the truth of the matter. Truth be told, a society which culture appear not to give equal pedestal to women as far as opportunities in life is concerned. And I think that there's a need for us to bridge that, and of course provide opportunities for everybody, and of course de-emphasize this whole idea of if not be man we not go live. And to that extent, personally, I am very encouraged. I'm glad, and believe me, the Comrade show is going to be there to support you all the way as far as this whole matter is concerned. Unfortunately, I do not have a graphic, what's it called, a technician yet who's supposed to be rolling out all the things as you are really them out just now. But I'm sure that we're going to do justice to all of that, just a little while from now. But madam, we thank you very much. And I think I'm going to ask you to stay a bit longer, even though we're not going to be discussing wonderfully made woman going forward right now. But I think that the area we are going to be entering right now is an area that I'm sure, if you don't mind, if we are not eating too much into your time, we would like you to contribute into. And of course, we are going to go straight into the essence of today. Today has been one day that the whole world, has made some impression about, either by way of doing some things on social media, Facebook or YouTube, or writing something out or doing something. So today is very significant. It is because it is Valentine's Day. I want to ask my musketeers. I want to start with Dr. Agmons. Valentine's Day. What makes Valentine's Day different from every other day?
Yeah, thank you, Comrade. Like you said, it's a special day, and for me, I think it's organic because it helps us to highlight at least very, very much on a day in a year the essence of love, the essence of giving of oneself. And it couldn't have been more apt for us on this program today, like having the guests we are having here today. This is what Madame has been doing for me, is what I would refer to as everyday Valentine. This is all that Valentine represents. Let's forget the razzmatazz and the romantic parts that people have not attached to it. It is all about love, because it's St. Valentine's Day, and those of us who are students of history, we have read about that St. Valentine, who was a Catholic priest, and how he was taking great risk, supporting the vulnerable people who were in prison. He was going to get them food and all that. So today, for me, is symbolic in that it's a day that we as humanity, human beings globally, we should stop and for once, have that reasoning that we need to show love, we need to give, we need to appreciate others, we need to say it, we need to show it. So, but like I always say, when I talk about St. Valentine's Day, it should be every day. We have to do it every day. That is my take, sir.
Thank you very much. I'll quickly go to Madame. Madam, I know that under the platform of the wonderfully made woman, you actually have programs for Valentine. But I want to come from a different direction. But for those who may be joining us, right now, those who've been here before, who did listen to Madam, I already have, I'm posting this right now. You can actually see wonderfully made woman. The account number is a Zenith Bank account. It's already there. You can see it on your screen. It's account number 10176028858, and of course their telephone number for somebody. Some persons may be asking on social media is 0915035120. It's a UK number, but if you are calling from abroad, you've just got to add +44 and remove the 0 before 9. You can see it right there, and of course. You can always roll back when we get through this program, of course, to listen to Madame again and, of course, see some of this information if you are willing to support. And, of course, we encourage you to support wonderfully made woman. And let us all join hands together to provide support for our society. Our girls, of course, our men as well. So that is how it is. So, Madame, I want to ask you from this direction, what does today, St. Valentine's Day, mean to you and, of course, to your own organization?
Okay, thank you. Just before that, the number I actually gave is Nigerian number, so they can reach me on that number as well.
Okay.
Valentine's Day, what does it mean to me? It's a special day. I know people say every day is Valentine or every day should be Valentine, but we cannot shy away from the fact that today has been specifically set out to celebrate love, to celebrate your loved ones. So for me, it's a special day, just like a birthday. We celebrate birthday once a year. We celebrate Christmas once a year. We celebrate Easter once a year. So if today has been set out to celebrate love, then we should celebrate love. That's not to say we can't celebrate love every day, but we should do something differently. So for me, it's a very special day, and I celebrate it. Yeah.
Thank you very much,
I do celebrate it. For the organization, yeah, I do celebrate it. I actually get my gift, and I also give out gifts to my husband. So we celebrated Valentine's Day in our home today. And also for the organization, Wonderfully Made Woman, we also know and recognize that it's a time for a lot of women to get depressed. It's a time for people who have been, abused to be sad. It's a time where people's mental health actually shifts and they become sad. So for the past 8 years, since 2012, we actually celebrate Valentine's Day for women. First of all, letting them know that they need to love themselves. It's not just about man. If you have a man that celebrates Valentine with you, wonderful. If you don't have a man, or you don't have a woman, if you're a man, you can celebrate Valentine by yourself. You can enjoy yourself, buy a gift for yourself, and just make that day a special day for you. So those are one of the workshops that we do. Last week we had a Valentine session where women actually came out to talk about how they feel. It's about feeling. Some people will feel sad, some people don't care whether they have a man or not. But we are different. And because we are different, for those who are okay not having anybody, fine. For those who are not okay, what can we do to make them happy? That's where we come in. We build confidence. You can't build the confidence of a woman or a girl child when they are not happy. So we celebrate Valentine for women every year. Before COVID, we used to just have like a get together, and women come together to dance, to eat. Single mothers, widows, married women who are living like singles, even married women who are happy. We just come together and encourage one another. But because of sometimes we even go out for a meal, but because of the pandemic this year, what we did was some women said, you know what, I want to cook my own food. And we gave them money to cook the food that they want with their family. Some said, we don't mind the jollof rice that you're going to cook. So today in Manchester, there are volunteers everywhere going around the whole of Greater Manchester, delivering food and their families. We did that in Lagos, and of course, you saw the crowd in Benin today. It was really, really overwhelming for me. So we celebrated this Valentine for women to be happy, and we'll continue to do that. We've done it for 8 years, and we'll continue to do it. So Valentine is a special day, whether we like it or not. It's a day that we cannot, the way you woke up yesterday is not the way you woke up today, because you woke up to know that today is Valentine's Day. So let's do, since it's being celebrated, we celebrate it. Love is a beautiful thing. If you have love, fine. If you don't have, you pray to have. And if you're not the type who don't care about love, still okay. Enjoy your day the way you enjoy your birthday and of course Christmas or Easter. So that's it for me, really. Celebrate today.
Thank you very much, madam. Austin, I want to ask you this because as Africans, somehow, we kind of give so much attention to foreign fiestas or festivals, as it were, things that actually have no bearing directly with us. We just carry them, they become our matter, our own matter. We kind of relegate them. For instance, Igwe is one thing that is supposed to be a national festival. We relegate it. We rather want to talk about Iden Okboho is an Edo woman that is very exemplary. We don't have a day for Iden Okboho. Iden is, as far as some of us are concerned, Iden bears as much relevance to the Edo people as St. Valentine's to his own people and all of that. So why are we, repressing our own and actually giving too much attention to those things that came from foreign land? How do we change that narrative? Can't we actually have an Eden Day, an Idia Day, that it will become a national or even a global, arrangement that everybody will recognize? I mean, why can't? Is it not possible for us to give a lot of attention to we have our own that are equal to all that we have that come from the foreign land that we celebrate? A lot of the celebrations we have, they are foreign. I'm asking Austin, please. Austin.
Okay.
Thank you so much, my brother Lamte. The world is becoming a global village, and packaging is of serious essence in all that we do. But just before I answer your question, I don't know if it's still happening in Benin now. I hope this girl is not listening now. It's been a long time ago. I actually had my first girlfriend from Valentine's Day. I don't know if you remember, during our time, we used to write the Valentine love letter. I wanted to be my VAR. So if you have this young girl that you are eyeing that you have not been able to speak to, you send the letter. So that's how I actually got my first girlfriend. So it's a great history to me.
I am sure that if Eden Day was given that much attention and relevance, that same girl probably or even more would have come from Eden Day. Don't you think so?
Absolutely. That's correct. It is because of our evolution and part of colonialism that people are rewriting history for us because we have not been able to write our history. So what you asked me is quite apt. We have loads of girls and women that have done things so noble in our society that will fit into this big one. But it has been that problem. The people that are telling our history and our story are telling us what we want to hear. And so Valentine has overtaken the whole atmosphere, if not the world, and it becomes so popular because it's been done over the years. So to be frank, it will be worth it to say, especially that lady who got herself buried alive to keep Benin and Benin Kingdom, and many more stories as well. But maybe time will tell. Let me answer in a very comical way. Probably once we disintegrate, we'll begin to know our culture and we can start celebrating those people. But anyway, on the lighter note,
let me quickly go to Agbons. Agbons, Nigeria is on the brink of a civil war. As I speak with you right now, there is fire on the mountain as far as Ibadan is concerned. There's a big war breaking out between the Hausas and the Yorubas. Because of it's all the follow-up to the issue of what is it called? This Fulani herdsmen must go matter. And it has now extended. The Yorubas want the Hausas to leave their territory in Ibadan. As a matter of fact, a lot, had actually happened at that level. Last night, I am reliably informed that over 30 houses were set on fire. I have this footage from today. Houses running, scatter, running for their dear lives and all of that. And so far, all confirmed report is saying that a number of persons have equally died. Okay, when I look at this situation, what I see is I already see, the remote causes of the civil war that broke between 67 and 1970. Because as a follow-up to this, what we are going to be hearing next is that the Northerners are probably going to embark, probably going to start killing Southerners in their region. That was exactly how the Nigerian Civil War started. Looking at this scenario, Dr. Agbons, would you say that Valentine has actually played any role, by way of love, in trying to curb the situation right now that we are into? Has Valentine really made any difference?
Thank you, Comrade. I think the scenario you just painted, I don't think anybody actually remembers Valentine. I think for the past few years, I think the celebration of Valentine has been really very heavy. There are a lot of programs for couples, young people, and all that. So, but the pandemic itself has an effect on this year's Valentine, because this is the first Valentine celebration that we've had a pandemic globally. So that aside, I think for Nigeria now, the Nigeria is on the cliff edge of a civil war. I never thought a day will come when I can say something like that. The signs of 1967, they are here with us. Because like you alluded to, this is precisely how the Nigerian Civil War started. Leave my region, and then killings, destruction of property, and before you know it, there is killing on the other side, and then there's killing on this side, and then there is already proliferation of arms. A lot of people already have arms, so there's a civil war imminent. And to be honest, I will put the blame of the situation we find ourselves as at today at the feet and at the desk of the current government we have in Nigeria. The government has failed. There is a systemic failure. The system is failing. People are now resorting to self-help. There is jungle behavior. Now people are now on self-protection. A simple issue, but the government have messed it up because of politics, because some people, they are looking forward to 2023. They want to be governors, they want to be president, they want to be vice president. But these people have forgotten that if there is no country, there will not be any election. The country is on the verge of an inferno. And the earlier we put a halt to it, the better. If you notice, Comrade, during this last week, you could see even 2 state governors at loggerheads already. And one is sensible and the other one is just talking like a mumu, like we say in our palace. And people are supporting him. So how can some people from certain part of the country, because of their own private business, they can carry arms and ammunition, while others cannot carry? So these are the issues that are before us. I will stop there for now so that other people can have a say.
Yes, I will just quickly ask Madam this question. Madam, looking at the attention we are giving to St. Valentine's Day, if St. Valentine's Day was actually an Eden Day, Eden Okpoko Day in Edo State, don't you think that it would have been more relevant to our society today? Probably would have been more impactful to our society, today, than this foreign Valentine matter that everybody is carrying go. Madam.
Thank you. To be honest with you, is only popular because we have all carried it. Because if there is a need and there is a gap and we fill in that gap, you'll be amazed how many people will celebrate Eden Day. For example, I went to Idia College. I would love to celebrate Queen Idia's Day. Do you get? So is there Eden Day? And if it comes to life, you'll be amazed that people will buy into it and they will begin to celebrate it. The reason we most times celebrate foreign stuff like Christmas and all that is because people have accepted it. We don't really have things of our own. When I was young, I remember Igwe Festival. It was a yearly thing. People look forward to it. So if there's Eden Day, just watch out. You'll be amazed how many people will bring out the history of Queen Eden and start to celebrate her. So it's because it's not there. And African and Nigerians, we take everything that we see and just celebrate. So let's see if there's Eden Day. Why not? Why not? People would embrace it. I believe so. I believe so.
Thank you very much. I probably think that because Eden is a huge symbol of love. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
love and sacrifice to the Edo people. And I think that we can begin to promote that we have a day that we set aside to celebrate Queen Eden, as a symbol of love and sacrifice. And again, it's got a lot to equally do with, to reflect in your own program of, the girl child, your own program, the how do you call it, the wonderful woman, wonderfully made woman.
Wonderfully made woman.
Eden is very symbolic as a wonderfully made woman who was very impactful, who changed, the narrative in Benin Kingdom, and she's very symbolic. And I think that the character of Eden needs, of course, Eden needs to be a figure, that we can use to mentor our female children, okay, and even the boy child, as they are growing up. And so probably from the Comrade show, we are going to set that ball rolling to, liaise with the appropriate authorities, the palace and all that, to know a day that we shall set aside to start celebrating Eden Day, which equally will symbolize love and sacrifice, start giving relevance to our own as much as possible. I want to play this footage. Dr. Agbons, I want you guys to listen. You did refer to the Bauchi State Governor when he stated and said that what's it called? That the herdsmen have right to bear arms to protect themselves. And one human being earlier came out, and I have that footage, and he said that the one Northern governor is the head of Boko Haram bandits in Nigeria. And given the statement of the Bauchi governor, some of us can begin to allege that the Bauchi State Governor, Bala Mohammed, is actually probably the head of Boko Haram bandits, as had been inferred or referred by, one video I've always played. But this is the big one, okay, that I want to play now, that appear to be corroborating a lot of things right now. And I want to listen to this, the voice of this human being.
Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. The oil in Delta belongs to Jigawa. As long, yes, because we are called Nigeria today. So that's what I'm telling you. The oil belongs to us all. And we, as Nigerians, shall do everything possible to make sure we take that oil so that Jigawa people will have the oil as well. Will have the money of the oil. Anybody who thinks the oil of Bayelsa belongs to only Bayelsa is just deceiving himself. As long as we are in Nigeria, we will make sure that we have uninterrupted supply of oil so that there will be uninterrupted supply of money to Jigawa State. As long as we are called Nigeria. So of course we are not the same people. We have to understand that, look, I am a Fulani man, and Ijo is different, Yoruba is different, but then God has made us to stay together. So why can't we attempt to stay together? And I honestly do not mind, even if we're going pathways. Let's sit on the table, around the table, and agree that, look, that oil of Bayelsa, Jigawa cannot have a share. No way. I don't mind us talking like that. But as of today, that oil We shall do everything within our...
Okay, I'm very angry. I don't want to play this matter to the end. You understand? But I will control my emotions as it were. But this man is saying that the oil of Bayelsa State and that of Delta and that of the South out belongs to Jigawa State, and they will do everything. They will die to make sure that that oil, the supply keeps coming. Previously, one other human being had actually said that it is the North that own the oil of the Niger Delta. And I find this man's statement very insightful, you know, and I don't know, Dr. Agbons, do we still have a country? Do we still have a country?
My brother, I'm just watching this video clip for the first time, and my tongue was almost sticking inside. This is the height of impunity. It is the height of disdain for our people in the South. And to be honest, I don't blame this man. Edowe eke or denowhere we. I'll translate that. He said it is because the wall fell down. That is why the small goats climb on it. So it is not his fault. That the oil in Bayelsa, the oil in Rivers, the oil in Edo, the oil in the South belongs to Jigawa State. Whereas in Zamfara, they are mining their gold and the central bank is paying them for it. So it shows the lopsided nature of our country. It is not his fault. But like they say, every day for the thief, but one day for the owner. Their time will soon end. Because I'm very, very angry right now.
Pharmacist Iremiran, every day for the thief, one day for the owner. Are you sure that we are ever going to have a one day for the owner? Giving.
Thank you so much.
You know, the reason why I'm saying that is this. You know, oppression cannot last long if we do not have infiltrators amongst the oppressed. The South is suffering because there are those who are conniving from amongst the oppressed with those who are oppressing the South. Are we sure to have one day for the owner as far as this whole matter is concerned?
Well, I would only take my answer from the book of Hebrews, which says we only have to have hope and faith. And that is the only thing I will believe that one day will come. You didn't ask me, but I would answer. We don't have a country. We've never had. We thought we did. And like I said at the last program, I am happy that we voted Buhari because our eyes are now open and clear. And like we said in our local palace, what is happening now is visible to the blind and audible to the deaf. So the time is gradually coming. How can we be proud of a country that takes pleasure in killing its own? Just before I came to your program, I listened to Mr. Macaroni. They were 49 or 40 that were arrested yesterday. They were seriously beaten. And they were meant to be killed. If not that the video came out and because of the names there. That is not how a country operates. That's not how a country functions. And the sad part of it is that our leaders in the South have refused to stand up and own up to their responsibility. I also just read this morning by Neil Ribadu saying that the Boko Haram are not Boko Haram. They were created by Buhari prior to his election with a view to oust Jonathan out of office, and that it is the fallout that we are getting now. How credible that is, I don't know. So if you put everything together, my brother, we are at the precipice, and it's either we make or we break. For a federal government to keep quiet and your country is seemingly at war, no response even to douse tension, you would only respond when one part is attacked, whereas when the others are attacked, you don't say a word. I also want to say that there is a strong little difference in 1967 and 70, which our guys have not mentioned. Yes, people will say yes, it was Ojukwu that instilled that division and said we should do this. Now, this is now coming from the people. So it's even different. The people are feeling the palpable, there's that feeling coming from the people now. We are not being led because we don't have a leader. Everybody is feeling the touch. And when this happens, it will not really be good for Nigeria. The earlier the federal government take control of this and allow peaceful process to take its course for us to seek a way of how our country will move forward, the better for us. To be frank, my brothers, I smell doom unless something is done.
Thank you very much, my brother. I will quickly want to go to Agmo. But before I go to Dr. Agmos, I want to play this footage. Okay, I want us to take a listen so that people can hear what Bala Mohammed said. It's very important.
I will tell you something that I told my colleagues about the herders and farmers clashes in Nigeria. You have seen what our colleagues in the southwest are doing, and some of them from the southeast. Some of us told them with all modesty and humility, you are wrong. But the person that is most wrong is the governor of Benue State, my brother and my colleague, Governor Otom. He started all this. If you don't accommodate other tribes, we are also accommodating your tribes in Bauchi and other places. We have so many people working in farming in Al-Kaleri, farming in Tafawa Balewa, farming in Bogoro. Has anybody told them to go? We have not, because it's their own inalienable right to be there. We have Yoruba people in Bauchi for over 150 years, even before the birth of Nigeria. Nobody has talking to them. Some of them have risen to become permanent secretaries in Gombe, in Bauchi, and in Borno. And now, because a Fulani man is practicing the tradition of transhumance, pastoralism, he has been exposed to the vagaries of the forest, the animals, and now the cattle rustlers who carry guns, kill him and take away his commonwealth, that is the cows. He had no option but to carry AK-47 because the society and the government are not protecting him. What is his fault? It's the fault of the government and the people. You don't criminalize all of them, because in every tribe there are criminals. If cyber crime is being practiced mostly by one tribe, you don't criminalize the whole tribe that they are criminals. We should be very sensitive. I'm happy with what the chairman has said. We have to be careful, and you as journalists, you must exercise restraint. You must decipher from wrong and right. Something that is so bad that can divide us.
He says they have no option than to carry AK-47, and that is why, he has given them the right to carry AK-47 because they don't have any option. And of course, our brother from Benue replied him and asked him to show Nigerians the laws, okay, or the law that actually asks the headsmen to be carrying AK-47. I think we are seeing the beginning of where our problem is coming from. And this man should be arrested, but nobody's talking about that at the moment. Okay, he said they have no option. That is why they are carrying AK-47. I am coming. I want us to listen to this one before you come on, Agbons. I want to marry all of them together. The one I played, the other one said that the oil of Delta and all Edo and rivers belongs to Jigawa. But I want you to hear what our brother said. Senator Dino Melaye. Just take a listen. And there's a reason why I'm bringing his own claim.
Has fallen on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, and the APC-led government. Every hour a monumental, colossal error is committed. And it is becoming a tradition. Government is sensitive about it. Government will not care about it. Reckless appointments have been made, and it is very, very dangerous. I call for a day of national prayer because the worst is about to happen. I'm not doing this video to scare you, but for those who are in the spirit, they will understand that if we continue to allow the spirit of error to operate in the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and in this government, something catastrophic will happen. We are on the edge. We are on the brink. We need a national day of prayer. We need to salvage our country. The spirit of error has completely taken over Aso Rock and taken over the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And they don't know it. They don't know.
Okay, I don't want to play more, but it's just the same circle. He is calling for a day of national prayer to salvage Nigeria in the midst of all that is happening right now. But meanwhile, this footage, surfaced just, within the last 2 days or so in the north. One of the, APCs are doing, validation, membership validation process. They are, re-registering their members and all of that. This is what came out from the northern part of Nigeria. Okay, this boy that is probably less than 12 years old, as the case may be, okay, is holding a registration card of the All Progressive Congress in the north. That even before 2023, the rigging of election that is to take place in 2 or 3 years' time has already started. But Dino Melaye is asking us to pray. But the reason why I brought Dino Melaye on is that I remember before Buhari became president, Dino Melaye organized a national protest against Goodluck Jonathan severally. Right now he's in PDP, opposite side. He knows Nigeria is in a bad state. Dino Melaye can no longer call for a national day of protest. He's calling for us to pray in midst of all of this. Dr. Agbons, how do you reconcile all of this? Nyama nyama.
Yeah, thank you, Comrade. Indeed, this is really nyama nyama in our local parlance of Pidgin English. It is an eyesore. I don't know the ear grammar. I would have talked about that of the ears as well. From the first video you played of the Bauchi State Governor, when I saw that clip, I said, wow, finally the chicken has come home to roast. Finally, the dice is cast, and it is a 6. There's no going back. And I'm happy, like Austin said, I'm happy that we have a northern Fulani president at the helm of affairs now. And all this provocation is coming from them. So I'm happy about that. So for the rest part of Nigeria, the south, we need to take action. For me, this is not the time to spiritualize anything. There's no point calling for this prayer, Dino Melaye. Like you said, Dino Melaye was at the forefront when Goodluck Jonathan was president, and everybody was saying he was clueless, he wasn't smart, and all the rest. Where is Save Nigeria Group, the SNG? Where are all those people that are protesting in Lagos for days when former President Goodluck Jonathan increased the pump price of fuel? How many times have this government increased price? So when you link all these things together, it goes back to what I said before, that it is not the fault of this northern oligarchs. The average Fulani northerner believes that they are to dominate others. Because what is happening now with this Fulani herdsmen, if we are not careful, they will eventually sack all our people. Look, there is going to be hunger in the land very soon because people can no longer go to farm. People can no longer go to farm because they take their cows to. I was reading a report yesterday. A maize farm in Oyo State is due for harvest. The cows have eaten everything up. So we are bracing in for man-made farming soon in Nigeria, and you know what that means. So the level of criminality is going to increase. So they can send police to arrest Macaroni and 39 others who were peaceful. They were not carrying any arms. These are normal people. The police were heavily armed in Lagos yesterday at Lekki toll gate. But we cannot send the police to stop herdsmen killing our farmers, raping our women and girls, kidnapping people. We cannot do it. So when you put all these things together, then we cannot but begin to believe that this is an orchestrated plan. This is like playing of a chess game. You program your fifth move from the first move. That is where we are.
Well, thank you very much, my brother. Just before you come on, Austin, I want to show some footage here. You know, this is Ibadan last night. This is a picture from Ibadan. The battle between the Hausas and the Yorubas last night. This is another image, you know, from Ibadan last night. Several houses have been burnt down. People are feared dead. A lot of persons are injured already. This is Ibadan last night. Battle between the Hausas and the Yorubas. The Yorubas are asking the Hausa people to leave their land. Ibadan. This is Ibadan this morning. I did play this footage earlier. This is Ibadan this morning. The commentator was saying that these are Hausas running. Everybody's running for his dear life. This is Ibadan in Nigeria.
Can you see the Hausas running? They are running for their life.
Austin, my question is, are we not already at the doorstep of war? A civil war?
My brother, we are. Like Tony once said before, the mind is the most important thing. In our minds, we are already fighting the war.
Austin, just to add to it, while you are answering a question, if you believe we are at the doorstep of war, us, those of us in the South, are we ready for this war?
Well,
your perspective.
You know, I spoke about this last time and I was quick to be told that it's upon us, whether we are ready or not, we have to take it. You know, I was trying to say that there are certain things we need to do. We appear not to be ready because it's like the North, led by the Fulanis, are taking us unaware. As Tony said, they planned their fifth move from their first. We are just coming to the realization. And let me also portray, not all of us, because there are so many selfish Southerners. And there lies our problem, my brother Lamte. It is going to be difficult, it's going to be pyrrhic. But the only way is to get this done once and for all. Like I hinted before, I don't want war, but where are the other options? What are the other alternatives? Our so-called leaders are not ready to stand for us. So we are left with no option but war. Certainly, you can say that there is war already in Ibadan. The middle of last week, we were told that Wole Soyinka's forest, half of the forest was decimated.
Yes.
You have just shown us another footage again. So what evidence do you need? And the killings here and there, we don't even know what is true and what is no longer true. And the painful part, my brother Lamte, we have a sitting president. Amechi only came on air 3 days ago and could not say a word. So Lamte, who is fighting our case? Is it Tinubu? Lamte, Tony just asked just now, where is Save Nigeria Group? Where is the PDP opposition party? Must we remain in sin for grace to abound?
God forbid.
The answer is no. So, my brother, we are in a very difficult situation and we cannot go back. We have to go forward. Now we know our enemies. There will be collateral damage. The worst enemies we have are our leaders in the south. I'm telling you, because everything we plan, they are going to leak it to the north. And the north knows our weak point. They dangle some carrot in front of us and we have no option but to take the carrot. Because this is clear. Nigeria cannot be the same again. They can't take us back, to be frank. People will die, unfortunately. But we have to settle this once and for all. You show the footage of a young guy registering. Last time we mentioned that our greatest problem is the road constitution of 1999. If you live in the US, for example, even if you have 1 million people in California, it doesn't affect the person living in Atlanta. Because of the way their constitution is.
Exactly.
They continue to deceive us with numbers that doesn't exist. And the only way for us to move forward is to decimate the 99 constitution and then have a true federalism if we want Nigeria to remain. If not, let everybody go their separate ways. And the Fulanis are really ready for us, Lamte. They are in control of the police. They are in control of the army. They are in control of the navy. They are in control of the air force. They are in control of central bank. They are in control of literally everything that makes a country. So Tony was very right. They've been planning their fifth move right from the first move. So that leaves us in a very precarious situation. But fight we must. And we must think of how to galvanize the international community to support us to make sure this is fought once and for all, my brother. I don't know what else they want us to do.
Thank you very much, Austin.
Comrade,
I just want to ask you quickly.
Comrade, I want to quickly add something
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
The pharmacist just said. Especially with that horrible footage you show of this small child who is probably less than 12 years old registering. During elections, we saw in the last election they were voting. Now, I want to say this as part of the chess game that these northerners they are playing. Each time we have done population census in Nigeria, we are due for it now since the last one was done in 2006. We've not had any other one. It's supposed to be every 10 years. Each time population census is done, they inflate figures. Let me give you an example. I have a friend in Lagos who works with the National Population Commission. So during the last census that we did during President Obasanjo's tenure, he was posted to the north. I think it was Adamawa. He said when they got there, a lot of them were from the south, Yorubas, Igbos, and all that. So they posted them there. When they got there, the registration form for the census that they used to tally, he said they just took it from them and they were just bringing a portfolio of money and said they can go and relax. They just put figures because what they do during such census time, they just count chickens and goats and cattle and cows, and they've always had the higher population because of all this their game plan. So during elections, they practically determine who will be in what position, and they take charge of the key federal agencies like the police, the army, the customs, everything. They take charge of it. So this is all they do. And science have shown that for you to know the population of any place, look at the amount of waste they generate. And I have actually looked at this data and I have found that it is true. I've been to the north. You can hardly find waste. But come to the south like Lagos and Ogun and all these other places, or even go to the east like Anambra, Igbo, you will see the waste that they generate. So it is human beings that generate waste. But when you go to the north, what you just see is just a free land. You don't really see waste. Is it that they are that hygienic? No. So when you look at all this, you just see that this game that they've been playing, finally it has come to an end. And I believe the end has really come for them. So if they don't want the country to remain as one, so be it. But like Austin said, it's a pity that, and we hope that this happens peacefully. But if it doesn't, it's a pity that it may end in an inferno and there may be crisis.
On a very last note, I want to ask this, but I want to play this footage before I ask this question. Let's just take a listen.
And people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? General Abacha famously said that if an insurgency lasts for more than 2 days, the government knows. That is the real and the truth. And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. 1 or 2 who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They are already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They are everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria. Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD from Oxford University. I'm a central banker. We don't talk nonsense. So don't joke with what I'm telling you. I have this from the highest possible authority, higher authorities of some of the commanders of the killers and Boko Haram.
You said northern governors, past or present, Dr. Badaya?
No, current. No, they said one of them is the commander of Boko Haram.
Okay, if you did take a listen, because this matter, I will always be referring to it, because this is where the cocoa is inside this matter. There are stages. They are dealing with the rural killings now, according to this mass alleged. After that, they are going to go into the urban areas and start killing from house to house. And the man equally alleged that one of the northern governors, still serving, is the leader of Boko Haram. And he did say that the Boko Haram and the bandits, they are one and the same people, as it were. And of course, another article come out that Boko Haram was not formed, it was formed by Buhari to bring down the government of Jonathan and all of that. And so a lot is already being shaped. 2022, according to this allegation, they are going to start a civil war and all that. The Southerners, the Easterners, IPOB and all that, the Westerners recently, everybody is now fighting to defend their own territorial integrity. Now, given this, all that has been happening, I want to ask Pharmacist Iremira, given all that has been happening, and all of this, and of course, the fears that, okay, we may just be at the doorstep of war, okay, do we have a leeway out to say, let us assume we want to save Nigeria, and of course, avoid an impending war that is brewing right now? Is there a pathway to getting Nigeria back on a peaceful note, or on a justiciable note?
Thank you, Lamte. There is, but my only worry is that there is no will. Remember, we talked about this sometimes in our program. What have we Southerners now carried to the north? We haven't carried anything by way of demand to the north. The Southerners are not collective either as governors or members of Senate and House of Rep to make a statement. So that makes it very bleak. Assuming we've done this, Lamte, then we can say that we need an answer. We seem to be haphazard. We are not coordinated. We are not working in tandem, and these guys, they know. So in that regard, is making peaceful means to this resolution a bit unsure. But if all of us can come together, coalesce together, then there is a path to peaceful resolution. But it can only be two ways, my brother Lamte. It's either war or peace. And as it is now, we are tending more to war than peace because we have lacked leadership.
Dr. Agbons, can we manage this process until we get probably a more responsible person to become president in 2023? Is there a pathway to peace or to sustain the process until election in 2023? Probably, if that is going to help the situation.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say managing this process in 2023, I would say maybe 3 or 4 over 10. It will be very difficult. The only leeway is going to be if our current elected representative, because if you notice now in the South, it's only non-governmental actors, ordinary people like you and me that are even talking. People in government who are in position of authority, whose words can move things, they are not saying anything. I was watching the Senate.
Sorry, I want to ask this question. It may sound stupid, okay? Because before this war fall on us right now, people are supposed to be representing us, okay? But we see that they are not on our side. Omo Agege famously accused the House of Reps to say, why should they invite Buhari to come and explain why Nigeria is insecure? That the House of Reps has no right to invite their own president to come and explain to Nigerians matters of security, as it were. Can't we, the people of South Nigeria, independently from the South, form our own parallel government to say, we do not want these elected representatives anymore? They should just stay in Abuja and don't come back home. And want to take over control of our own territory and decide how we want to be governed. Because I said this, just a couple of months ago, the governors of the South region sent a strong word to the presidency saying they want restructuring. As we speak, the presidency has not responded. The level of impunity by this government, the kind of disdain, the way they treat the people of the South, so to speak. Is it not time for us to come together under no elected authority and begin to decide how we want the future of our own territories to be?
Lamte, just to chip in, while you are still talking, is it not in that same vein an agreed Niger Delta state that is supposed to be agreed that federal government has not responded, volunteer to give 500 million to Sokoto State?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Austin, for chipping that.
Okay,
so this is the point I was trying to make, Comrade. Before you interjected me, this was the point I was trying to make. So because of the selfish presidential ambition of some of our so-called southern rulers, I don't even call them leaders; they are rulers. So because of their selfish presidential ambition, they want to be vice president or they want to be president in 2023. They have all kept quiet. They are not saying anything. So that is the problem we have in the South. And these people, the moment they leave government now, you will see that they will start shouting. They will start talking. Actually, we mentioned the example of Dino Melaye just now. They were leading protests, Save Nigeria group and all that. But where are they? Everybody is just keeping quiet. But the truth of the matter is that when this
to be very honest, this is the time Nigeria needs to be saved the most. And somebody is telling us to go and pray, have a national day of prayer.
Where are all the pastors? Where are all the Pastor Bakare? Where are all of them?
My brother, I have a footage of one young man, a pastor who came to her to say that he said there is no prophet in Nigeria. They are all hustlers. A pastor, I probably will play the footage next time. He said they are all hustlers. Because if there were prophets in Nigeria, they ought to have known, okay, what is about to happen and begin to guide Nigerians against the impending doom. Look at what is happening at Ibadan. And yet people are still in church collecting tithe and offering, not making any meaningful change to the affairs of Nigeria. At least the South region. Now here the many parts. But what we see the most, our young men are right now in our own states, Togolese native daughters that are very specialized in human ritual. They are right now on ground. Our boss are patronizing them. They do the thing for them. They tell them that every money that as the money they come every day, it cannot last till the next day. So you see the boy, they cannot finish spending the money on a daily basis. They will go to spray for road, make people they pick up. That is the way they are spending it. The decadence in the society is in fact, it not get pair again. It not get pair.
I was talking to my friend who is in Benin now. He said now they use cars for sacrifice. You just buy the car, you condemn the car, you jam the wall. They use it for sacrifice. That's how our country has fallen, my brother Lamte. You look left, you look right, you look up, you ask, where are we going to get this savior and this salvation? Where?
You see, my brother, Pharmacist Austin, let me just come in here. Over time, the system has been failing. A system doesn't fail overnight. So over time, our system has been failing. There has been loss of morality, no leadership, everybody survival of the fittest. So it has reached the high point now.
Dr. Agbons, what is the way forward, sir? What is the way forward? I don't want to work in Nigeria. But what do you think is the way forward?
The way forward is simple. I was writing, I didn't sleep till about 4 a.m. this morning. I was writing an article which I want to publish. The way forward is simple. Let us redesign. We have to redesign our society, starting from restructuring. Look, what you are doing, I've said it over and over again. We've been practicing a system since 1967, both military and civilian government. The thing is not working. We are not making progress. What is there any harm in changing it? So that is the only way forward. We have to change and practice a system where every part of Nigeria, whether by state or whatever nomenclature we are going to call it, everybody will be doing his own. That is the only way.
Do you have a contrary opinion?
Let me just finish this one, sir. Otherwise, in 2023, whether we go and bring Angel Michael or Angel Gabriel from heaven,
there may be no 2023, but let us look at 2021. Austin, is there a pragmatic way forward that you think differently from Agbons?
Well, no. Like we've adduced just now, what are we going to? I think, Lamte, the only way forward is for we Southerners to fight our leaders. Let's be clear. That's the only way. How do we hold our leaders accountable? Because they have to speak for us. So we either remove them by hook or by crook and have leaders that will be speaking for us, because Lamte, nobody is speaking for us. We are just talking. Our leaders are not speaking for us. The governors are not speaking for us. Big people in government are not speaking for us. Lamte, let me give you an example. Just imagine that Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu believe in this cause that me and you believe, and he's talking to Buhari about it. You think we'll be where we are now? We won't. If the vice president believe in this cause, for all I care, I think the vice president is from Oyo State or Osun. One of them. He's not from Lagos originally. How does he feel that the western region from where he hails from is on fire and he's keeping quiet? You just talked about Senator Omo Agege, who is supposed to be the 5th man in Nigeria ranking. Is he speaking for the South? No. So that is our problem. And to be frank, Lamte, these northerners, they know. They know. The only governor speaking now is Governor Autumn. That is the problem. So we cannot set a roadmap, my brother. The roadmap that we need to set is to purge our own leaders first. so that we can become leaders and put our ideas forward, because they are not ready. Look at Amechi. He could not answer a question. Amechi, that I used to respect, he led the removal of President Jonathan, an erudite governor that was making noise. He's now confounded. He's now lame. He's now belittled. He can no longer answer simple questions.
He can only talk to his wife now.
To take side. So our problem, my brother Lamte, is very many. Oh.
It is. Well, fellow Nigerians, this is the Comrade show, and of course we are looking at the issues as they affect us. There's so much fear in the air. We are worried. The things that are happening around the country, you know, there are pointers and there are signals to the fact that you know, a civil war is probably just imminent in Nigeria. And of course, you know, we don't have a president. Nobody is talking. The people at the corridors of power, they are all you know, concerned about their own personal, you know, businesses and all of that, and so nobody's really interested in Nigerian projects. What we see right now, Nigeria is a country that's like on autopilot. Nobody's in charge, and so therefore people can afford to do and undo for their own interests, as it were. Nepotism has embraced Nigeria greatly. What is happening in Ibadan currently is one that is a pointer to the fact that we are already on a cliff edge, as of course you know, postulated by, you know, by Dr. Agbons. It is such that now nobody can actually predict what's going to happen tomorrow. Meanwhile, insecurity abound everywhere, all across. Okay, Nigeria increasingly is letting us know that the center can no longer hold. It therefore means that the component parts need to, of course, fortify themselves, because where we are going right now, we cannot tell. And so therefore, I did ask the question: if war broke, if war broke out right now, are we ready? Are we ready? The real simple truth is that we are not ready. Okay, we have not been ready. It's probably begs the question: are we not supposed to be preparing right from now? Okay, now I'm saying this to everybody in the South region, everybody who may be facing, you know, an impending war, to understand that while we are using one hand to call for peace, and of course do all the things that we need to do, you know, to make sure there is peace in Nigeria, let us use the other hand to prepare just in case there is war. Because the people who are coming to attack us, attack the South, attack us in the Edo State and the Delta State, they are not interested in anything. Our lives don't matter to them. What is important to them is to take over the land, to take over the oil wells, to take over the region, so that, as they claim that the oil in Delta State, in Bayelsa, belong to Taraba, okay, they will fully be in charge. These are the kind of things that we are seeing, and that is why, okay, it is not surprising that somebody like Buhari is not even issuing statement, it's not even talking. We are not hearing from anybody. Nobody is calling anybody to order. There is no law and order. Nigeria is in a state of anarchy as we speak. This is that serious, and we must approach it with the seriousness that it deserves. And one of the ways that we have identified here is that we need to start preparing for that which we may not desire, but that which may be inevitable because of the time that we are in. On that note, my people, I want to say, let us stay together, let us hold the line, let us hold the line together. Okay, let us still believe that if we work hard enough, if our leaders, particularly those from the South Divide, become more honest, okay, honest enough, probably there may be room to avoid this that is brewing. But if not, let's be ready, let's be prepared. But on our own part from the Comrade Show, we continue with the vision, we continue with the program. Remember, we have the Edo State Lighting Project. We are still on that program. You know, we are working on a daily basis, providing light across Edo State. Okay, the boys are working. Lights, you know, is appearing everywhere across Edo State. We are doing the best we can to ensure that Edo State moves forward on our collective account, and everybody's making their contribution. If you're out there, you want to contribute to this solar lighting project that we have embarked on since late December, and presently we are getting close to 200 lights already installed across Edo State. Don't hesitate to call on us. Let us build Edo together, that even as the matter is, when the matter becomes, you know, a matter of your turn to Israel, as already it is, we know that we are defending our home front, we are building our home front, and in the event of whether left or right, those states will be moving forward. On that note, my people, I want to say a very big thank you for being with us, and of course, I want to call on my brother, Dr. Agbons, to of course give the last word, at least for now, until we come again. Dr. Agbons, sir.
People, thank you very much for staying with us on our today's program. We thank you all so much. Everyone that have made comments on our chat box, we thank you. Make all of you enjoy the rest of the Valentine day. I wish you all a very happy new week. God bless you.
Yes, I bet make una enjoy with just one eye closed, because we don't know what will happen. We will not close the two eyes. Well, on that note, I want to call on my brother Austin Eremira. Austin, just the last word for now to the people.
Thank you so much, my brother Lamte and Tony. It's been a very good one today. And for our viewers, thank you so much. You are welcome once again. We enjoy ourselves for our regular Sunday tonic. Happy Valentine's Day and have a very, very good week. Keep one eye open according to our comrade.
Yes, my people, from me, well, happy Valentine's Day and happy Eden Day. Probably whether or not this date we want to put Eden Day, we don't really know, but Eden Okpoko needs to be honored in the same light. But just before we go, I want to leave you guys with this footage, because I love peace. I want that Nigeria is peaceful. I want that we maintain peace in Nigeria. And of course, this particular message from this young lady makes a lot of sense. The life we live in is a transient one. It's a life that is very ephemeral. And of course, while we are alive, there's a lot that we need to do to care for each other as a people. Particularly for the Edo people, we need to care. You know, care about Edo State, care about ourselves, care for each other, be concerned about each other. You know, I stumbled onto this footage and I thought that, okay, I'm going to use this footage to end today's program. So just take a listen. I'll probably see if you can grab some message from here and take that home.
This poem is beyond all relationships, but made for us all. And let's all turn it over in our hearts. When I'm dead, your tears will flow, but I won't know. Cry with me now instead. You will send flowers, but I won't see. Send them now instead. You will say words of praise, but I won't hear. Praise me now instead. You will forget my faults, but I won't know. Forget them now instead. You'll miss me then, but I won't feel. Miss me now instead. You'll wish you could have spent more time with me. Spend it now instead. When you hear I'm gone, you'll find your way to my house to pay condolence. But we haven't even spoken in years. Please, look for me now. Spend time with every person around you and help them with whatever you have to make them happy. Your families, your friends, your acquaintance. Make them feel special, because you never know when time will take them away from you forever. Love all and forgive all. No matter how many times the teeth bite the tongue, they still stay together in one mouth. And that is the spirit of forgiveness. Even though the eyes don't see each other, they see things together. They blink simultaneously and they cry together. That is the spirit of unity. May we practice the spirit of forgiveness and togetherness. Alone I can say, but together we can talk. Alone I can enjoy, but together we can celebrate. Alone I can smile, but together we can laugh. That is the beauty of human relations. We are nothing without each other. Please stay connected. Destiny ahead will take care. Everyone is important according to his or her own unique purpose. Never look down on anybody.
Make Comrade Show with Comrade Lante Oriake, live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the